Welcome back, everyone. It's Kirrok here. Glad for you to join me on another episode of the KrankyKraft server. So, on this episode, guys, we are going to lay off working on the farm. What we are going to do instead is we're going to start working on the hostile mob system over here. Yep, so pretty much the design of this hostile mob system is going to be very similar to the one that Etho created on his Let's Play. I believe Kranky on the server has one very similar. We'll begin beginning it. We'll begin putting it together. Whether I'll finish it on this episode, I don't know for sure. But even if I do complete it, it's probably not going to be very efficient for one reason and one reason only. And this is something I haven't done. I got to grab a bunch of torches, head down over there, head down underneath the mountain, and light it up. If I don't do a good job at lighting up the caves and dark areas in my base, then this hostile mob system is just basically going to be giving us really, really poor return rates. And we'll notice it'll get more efficient from episode to episode, as I get some spare time and go through and fill in those caves with torches. Oh, there is another thing I do want to show. Let's go, because you'll notice I moved it in. You can see I got a walkway all the way around, kind of like what I did with the farm. Let's go over there. And we'll look back. Excuse me. You'll see that I kind of filled in the bottom of it, just like I did over here where the farm used to sit. Just to make the mountain look as natural as I could. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make it look neat, tidy. Okay, let's go back up. And another thing I do want to show you is that I've been working on, or not really working on, but decided to lay out some future spots where I'm going to have the pumpkin farm and melon farm. They're going to be tower style, just like the sugarcane farm over there, and they're going to act as entrance pillars into my base. For the time eventually when we have a bridge going between this mountain and that mountain over there. Oh, and by the way, recently I watched BDA's tutorial on how to build a sugarcane farm. It is amazing. Video's on the long side, but trust me, if you watch it, is well worth watching. He does have a design that's incredible, and what I really like about it is that the design is 100% efficient. Basically, you don't lose any of your harvest. My design is nowhere near as complicated as that, but and it does have some flaws. There are some losses, but yeah, I still like the design, so I'm just going to stick with it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go and grab and gather up all the gear I need in order to start building this thing, and I will be right back. And we're back. So we're going to begin building this. I'm going to mark the 4 corners. Like that. And it's basically going to be a design that falls in with the rest of the theme on the top of my mountain. It's going to be sandstone, wood, and cobblestone, and smooth stone brick as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 high. That should be right. I'm going to do the same in all 4 corners. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And what I'm going to do is these are going to be basically the legs that hold up the structure, and I'm going to build like arches that go across between each of the legs. So I'm going to work on that. Once I have that archway on all 4 sides set up, I will bring you guys back. And now with the arches completed, this is basically the support structure for the hostile mob system. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to head up to the top. And up here, we're going to lay down some tree trunks. Whoop. Oh, that's okay, because I need to go and get those tree trunks. Yeah, we're going to do the same kind of setup you see here up there. Again, keeping in theme with the way it's set up. So, 64 should be enough. Yeah, let's go. And what I'm going to do is start laying it out. I don't need the axe. Let's go from this side for now. So I'm going to lay out this portion of it before we actually start using the sandstone to build up the structure. And I'll be back as soon as I got it ready to go. With the support beams in place, we start throwing in the floor before we do the sandstone portion of it. So I'm going to fill this whole thing in, and then I'm going to start making the pads on which the hostile mobs will spawn. So I'll get this first layer set up, and once I have the layer filled in, I will bring you back to show you how the pads are set up. And that's the pad setup. The half slabs are there to prevent spiders from spawning in this area. And this will get a hole, and that's where they're all going to be thrown into. And I don't have the water buckets on me yet. Forgot to grab them. But I'm going to have a water source bucket in each corner. And all I need is one in each corner. So 4 buckets of water, and all the streams that are created will go right to this point and push the mobs down. So I'm going to grab the buckets, throw in the water, and give you a little demonstration. And the cool thing is you can see that just the simple 4 sources of water will push any mobs that fall into this 2 deep trench straight to the center, and all the water flows meet right in the center. So it doesn't matter if they fall in over here. See, I'm not moving the keyboard or mouse. They'll eventually get ejected. And that's exactly what I want. So you can see now that we actually went up a little higher with the sandstone. And what we want is we want a 2 high clearance. So the floor, or the next level, is going to actually come right there. And the reason we want that is so that our mob trap doesn't spawn any endermen inside. Because if it did, they would start taking it apart piece by piece. So this way, by putting a half slab in the center of each pad, and by making the height between each pads only 2 blocks, all I'm going to get in here are zombies, skeletons, and creepers, which is what I want. I want the materials that they drop. So for the next level, we are now dropping in trunks again. This is more of a design choice. You could theoretically just build it right up all the way with sandstone if you wish. But yeah, I mean, if you were to make this yourself, you could decide to use any kind of block or whatever you thought, you know, made it look good. Let's get rid of that guy. You go there. So I'm going to make this all the way around. We will fill in the next level, and then once we filled in the next level, I'm going to keep going up. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe 5 pads. I think that'll give me the height that I'm after and the amount of drops that I want. But as I mentioned before, keep in mind that the drop rate's not going to be that hot right from the beginning, simply because of the fact that I haven't lit up the caves in my area, which is something that I plan to do, you know, anytime I get a chance off camera. So I'll be back shortly. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Hey Kirrok, if you put on the second floor, that means the first floor is going to become pitch black, and there might be a chance of creatures spawning in there, getting loose on my base. That is correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and plug the hole up. So if creatures do spawn in here, they can sit there as long as they like. As long as they don't see me, they won't blow up or do anything. And eventually when I go to the bottom here and set up the killing mechanism, I can then just pop open that one hole and watch them fall out. So next stage is putting up the second floor. I'm going to start doing that now, and once I have it up, I will bring you guys back. And here, guys, you can see the next layer completed. It's essentially an exact duplicate of the layer below. You know, 2 deep trench, 4 pads, half slabs in the center to prevent spiders, and then all I got to do now is add in the water. 1 there, 1 there, and 1 in this corner as well as this corner. And that's it. That's done. Layer 2 is completed. So it's actually quite easy to set up and very fast. I can get up pretty high. The only thing is I need a lot of materials in order to carry up that high. Because I think the next layer I'm going to do may or may not have the tree trunks. I can't remember. I'll have to double check my creative world. But I'm going to see first off if I can get all the materials I need to do the next 2 or 3 layers. I said 5, right? So that's 3 more layers to go. And then what we can do is we can set up the killing mechanism at the bottom and test it out. See how well it works even though I don't have the area torched up. And here's the final layer, guys. As you can see, we are actually above the cloud level, which means we're actually higher than my home base building. I'm going to throw in water. Oh, yes, I mentioned that I was going to do 5 layers. I'm not. This is the 4th layer. This should be the final layer, or will be the final layer, and should be more than enough. We'll see that once I have it set up, we'll check it out and see how well it produces. The nice thing about this design is if it doesn't really produce that well, I can always throw another layer on top. You know, break it down, take the roof off, put another layer, and keep stacking it. Not indefinitely, but pretty high. Because after a certain distance away from the player being down there, mobs really won't spawn. Therefore, the upper layers will become less effective. So when I come back, I'm going to have this closed up with a proper roof, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Then we will work on the killing mechanism, which you're going to love in its simplicity. And then we'll give it a go. We'll see how well it does. Best time to use it would be at daytime, because at night the whole area around us becomes dark, so it's spawnable for mobs, which means the spots are being taken up down there rather than up in here. So I'll be back in a few minutes. And there's a roof. Now the roof is made of half slabs, but this is not going to be the roof that'll be showing. I will be covering this up with spruce stairs, making a triangular shaped roof that you'll be able to see from outside, and this will act as a temporary, well, not temporary, but it'll be an attic, and it'll be enclosed completely. And because it is half slabs, nothing will spawn in it. At this point, I don't really have an idea or a function for this spot or space. Eventually, I might figure out a way of turning this mob system off and hide the mechanism inside here. But you heard me correctly. I'm not going to be... there we go. I'm not going to be including a way of turning this mob system on and off. It's going to be running as long as I am here at all times. So it's okay, though, because the mobs won't build up. The mechanism that we're going to add in over here is going to kill them as they fall. As I said before, it's not going to be set up for XP. It's only going to be set up for loot. Looking good. So I'm going to have like a triangular shaped roof up there. I'll do that, and we'll come back and we'll build the mechanism for killing the mobs. And that's the roof, guys. Whoa. Oh, that was close. All right. Let's check it out from a distance. So that's a 4-level deep trap. They spawn in each of the layers, and as they get pushed through by the water streams, they will fall through, the hole right there. So the next stage is I'm going to go grab the materials that I need, mainly glass and some signs, water and lava as well, and we will build the contraption and then give it a shot, see how it works or how the rates are, even though I haven't placed torches around the caves in this area. Be right back. And we're back, guys. Got the materials I needed, glass, bucket of lava, bucket of water, and some signs. You'll notice I threw in some feet on each of the stands, and I also threw in a wooden floor. The only thing I didn't take into account was the way this would look over here, because this wall here is going to continue along this edge. And, yeah, I'm going to, once I got the wall all the way around the back end, which won't be for a little while, I'll decide whether I want to keep this strip and this strip of grass or make it all wood right around. Now, I know it's working because I can hear the mobs up there. So we got to be extra careful. I don't want for them to come down prematurely, otherwise I'll be in big trouble. So let's see. Okay, so we're gonna set this up, and what you're gonna like, or what I really liked when I figured this method out, and I haven't seen it anywhere else, is it is so gosh darn simple. I troubled over it for, a couple hours thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And I came up with such a simple, elegant design. I haven't seen it elsewhere. So I think this is the first time I've ever seen anyone use this system. But then again, I mean, Minecraft's been played and done so much that it's really unlikely that I got an original way of killing them. Now, some of you guys were probably thinking, well, this thing isn't tall enough for them to drop off that level down to here and die from fall damage, and that is correct. So instead, what it's going to do is this trap will utilize lava to kill them. And because lava is going to kill them, they won't be able to drop any XP, because, as you know, for me to get XP, I'd have to actually kill them myself. But this method of killing them will allow their drops to fall. So let's see here. Okay, now I can reach without propping myself up. So this column of glass goes right to the bottom. The very bottom gets a sign. And then I'm going to bring the other ones down. So this one, this one, this one. And I do not bring it all the way down. Same with the other side. And same with the top. But I'm going to leave that. I think that should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Right? Yeah, let's try it. So, I'll do this. Waste one piece, no big deal. So that sign will hold a bucket of water in there. So let's go up one. Like that. Then another sign goes there. That sign is going to hold a bucket of lava. Where am I? Yeah, you know what? I'll have to break another. It's okay. So that bucket of lava goes there. And as you can see, this keeps... Let's close that. Close that. That's basically it. The mechanism for killing them is complete. Yep. Pretty simple, huh? What happens is when they drop, they will fall straight through the lava into the water. The water will obviously put out the fire from the lava. But what happens is the mobs that'll fall in that water will have a natural tendency to swim up. And now you can see when they swim up, the lava will kill them. Because they're going to keep trying to get out of the water. And once they die, their drops fall right on the ground. And I just walk up to them and pick them up. So without cutting scene, I'm going to go right up there, break a piece of glass, break off that piece of wood, and close it up. Because then that way they can't reach me. And we'll see how well it works. Let's go from this side. There, that should be good. Break. Yeah. Break. Okay, guys. Fall through. Oh, there's a piece of glass in there. Whoops. Alright, let's fix that. Oh, no, he made it through. Okay, I'm going to have to figure this out. Why are you guys getting stuck? Do I have a piece of glass in there? I did. There we go. That should do. And see, arrows on the ground. I actually picked up, what, a couple of arrows, no bones. So I think what happened there is they probably all died or burned up. But now that I have the channel open, what should happen is when they fall, they'll actually hit the ground, come back up, die because of the lava, and drop, you know, whatever they are, whatever loot they have. So I'm going to wait till it's daytime, because around daytime, the spawner should work better. And I'll bring you guys back to show you if it's working. Well, guys, here it is. Oh. You can see it working. He didn't drop any loot. It must have got burned up. So what I'm finding is a few things. Yeah, there you go. I'm finding a couple of things. Number one, their loot does sometimes get burned up, so it's not a real efficient method of doing this. The other thing I'm finding is that I've gotten very, 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 very few spawns. And it's been a couple of days since the last clip, and I've gone around and lit up all the caves. I know I haven't gotten every single cave, so I still have quite a bit more to do. And the other thing I'm thinking is, because I have 4 levels, the surface area in which they can spawn is very, very limited. I might actually do another 4 levels, or make it a much higher tower, which should increase the ability or the surface area for them to spawn. The only thing is I can't go way too high, because then they'll get way too far from me, the player, to even spawn. But if I add maybe another, I'd say maybe another 2, because there's 4 layers already, I'm still probably going to be within that range, that you know, that sweet spot where they can spawn. Now that it's turning night, the entire surface is becoming a spawnable area, so this is going to cease to function. I'm going to go to bed. Let's go quick, and see if I can get, if I can switch it or turn it around. Get them to spawn in my trap. No one was online anyways. Yeah, so I spent a few hours, quite a few hours, running around, lighting up caves. I did pretty much below the mountain, on that side of the mountain, and a little bit on that side. I still have to do that side there. So let's see. And it is really slow to move. So at this point, I'm going to end the episode. The trap is complete. Oh yeah, I can hear them. There we are. Yeah, so it is working, but the rates are really, really low. So I figure finishing up, lighting up the caves, and maybe adding another 2 layers on top of this, 4 maximum, I would say, should allow it to work properly. But those are things that I'm going to do off camera. So this episode is done. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, and we're back. So, let me explain something. I was getting, like, no drops whatsoever. No spawn. Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you, buddy.